Hello, Havocs. My name is Crystal, and I'm here today to talk to you about my new do. Not really. I am here today to talk to you about the fantastic game at Grand Canyon University men's basketball. And it was on Saturday, um, January 13th. Is when it took place. It was a home game. The Havocs were in full force, sounding as fantastic as ever. And we played another purple team. It was a purple on purple event. We played Tarleton University. By the way, I just realized it because we played Abilene Christian on the 11th and then we played Tarleton on the 13th. So 2 times we played purple games. They're both purple. Everybody's purple. Just fun fact. Anyway, so we played Tarleton State University on Saturday the 13th. And the 13th was also a special number because we were currently 12-0, undefeated since November, since we lost, to South Carolina. So we had won 12 games in a row, and we were 5-0 in conference play at this point. So interesting in that respect. And I mentioned in my last video that Tarleton lost to Cal Baptist on Thursday the 11th, and they were undefeated. They were 3-0, and then they played Cal Baptist, and then they were 3-1. And so it made them coming to our house even more significant because we had to make sure we brought our A game. Because if they beat us, we would then be 5-1, and they would be 4-1. It would basically be even once again. They would tie us for first place, is what that would mean. And so, we would rather not ever lose, is our preference, or at least it is my preference. So, at any rate, the game got started, and I will tell you, everybody who comes to play GCU, they come to just take our ball away, just take our toys away. That's all they want to do. And I get it. The idea is to win. I get it. I'm not mad about that. But they come with a vengeance, every team. And Tarleton was no exception. I mean, they were poking balls, and they were making triples like nobody's business. It was, and they were making us turn the ball over. They were forcing us into doing turnovers. It was embarrassing. It was bad. And I know they were laughing at us, or at least I think they were. Maybe they weren't, but I think they were. It was bad. And I was getting upset again. Made me start wanting to pull out all my hair, I guess. That must have been what it was. Not really. But it was bad. It was really, really bad. Eventually, it got to the point where the scores, it was about 13 minutes or so left in the first half. And we were down 14 points, which, we had this talk, Grand Canyon University men's basketball team. We do not like slow starts. We like fast starts and big wins. Slow starts we don't like. Slow starts brings anxiety to your older fans, namely me. We don't like that, but you did it anyway. You were slow. Like I said, the score said this. Once the score said 18-4, as in Tarleton was 18, GCU was 4. I said, okay, I'm done. Not done as in going to bed, but done as in I've got to find something else to do. I was probably getting ready for church the next day or something like that. I don't remember, but I know I left. I just couldn't handle that. I can't handle that kind of stuff. And I went away and just kind of walked away, and I'm glad I did, because it got worse. You know, even though Tyon Grant Foster put the whole team on his shoulders and said, "Oh, you do not do this in my house. Oh, no, 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 no. Heck no. No, no, no. And to the oh no." You know, he got all, you know. But they were still fighting. It got to the point where it was 24-10. As in Tarleton had 24 and GCU had 10. It was bad. It was very, very bad. I was glad I didn't see that. I heard about it, but I'm glad I didn't see it. So, like I said, I was busy doing other things. I had the sound muted, of course, because we can't hear that kind of, no, we can't. So we did that. And I told my friends, you know, my basketball buddies, bye. I can't, you know. But then eventually I came back to my laptop and I dared to venture and look at the score on the screen. And to my shock and joyful surprise, but still stunned, we actually did flip the script after all. We actually finished the first half on a winning side, as in GCU had 36 points and Tarleton had 29. You know, like I mentioned before, you know, Tyon Grant Foster, who, by the way, has won Newcomer of the Week for the 5th time this year. At this point, I think that they should just name the award after him. You know, it's the Tyon Grant Foster Award. But anyway, I digress once again. But yes, he started him putting the team on his back and saying, no, we've got to fight. He got on it like crazy. Gabe McLaughlin was dunking threes and things of that nature. It was something else. It truly was something else to watch, you know, to actually rise up, if you will. And I remember they you know, Coach Drew had a little interview with Kate right before Kate Longworth, excuse me. Right before he went into for halftime, says, "What are you guys gonna do?" He says, "Well, we've got to find a way to bottle up what we did in the last 5 minutes so we could play that way in the final 20." I'm like, yes, no more of this slow stuff. We are the better team, for crying out loud. Don't be doing this, you know? So they came out and they punched Tarleton State University in the mouth right away, which was awesome. I will say they did do that. Gabe McLaughlin did get in a good dunk, very first one, but it just went sideways later on after that. I just want to, for the record, put that in there. But anyway, back to the second half. He did that, and I want to say we got in a good 5 to 10 points before, but it took like about 5 minutes before Tarleton was able to score. But so we kept scoring. We kept our scoring run going, you know, from first through to second. I think it ended up being anywhere from a 16-0 run to a 26-0 run. I hear different things. I'm not sure. It's at least a 16-0 run we had on Tarleton. It was insane. And bottom line, it didn't stop. And the thing was, Grand Canyon came together. Not only did Grand Canyon come together, not only did the players come together, not only did the coaches come together, the Havocs came together. I mean, you know, every time there'd be a dunk, you would see the Havocs jumping up and down and patting their heads and things like that. By the way, what does that sign mean? You know, what does that mean? Does it mean it went over your head? I don't know what that means. Somebody tell me in the comments. Anyway, so yes, they were so loud. They were wonderful. I know that unnerved the Tarleton players, but that's what it was supposed to do. They're doing their job. Tarleton, you know, I'm sure they didn't like it. I'm sure they probably felt like snarling at somebody or growling at somebody or something like that. But, it's not going to work because the Havocs are havocular, spectacular. That's what they do, you know? And I mean, it got to be really good. And Tyon Grant Foster got 16 points. He usually gets 20 in these WAC games, but he did have some little tripped on his ankle or something or other, so he had to go out a little early. But he got 16 points. Gabe McLaughlin, if my notes are correct, yeah, he got 20 points. He almost had a double-double, 20 points and 9 rebounds. Oh, and I need to talk to you about Sidney Curry, Mr. Big Ticket himself. Okay, not only did he get 2 points, which doesn't sound like a lot, I know, but he got this. He got this one block that was just so demonstrative. It's like, get away, no! And it was scary fun to watch him do that. I think basketball, when it's done right, it's good theater. You know, um, but yeah, um, Ray Harrison got 9 points, and he got oh, by the way, Tyon Grant Foster, he got 16 points, but he got 7 rebounds. He's just constantly growing and growing and growing. I'm sure there was some blocks on whether he gets, because he's a good blocker. He really is. Duke got 6 points. It got to the point that it was going so well that we're able to sit down our starters and bring in the freshmen. We're able to bring in, why is my brain blanking out all of a sudden? DMX. Derek Michael Xaviera. We're able to bring him in, and he got a bucket. Or we're able to bring in Marquise Joseph, and he got a bucket. I mean, that's how good it gets. So, even though we had that awful 14-0, deficit, we were down 14 multiple times in the first half, and it seemed like, it's like, can we ever get out of that hole? When it was all said and done, Tarleton finished this game with 48 points. Grand Canyon finished the game with 74 points. That is what we do. We don't lay down. We don't crumble. We don't fall apart and start bickering at each other. We come together as a team and we get this one singular focus to get the W. And that is what we did. So, I'm kind of intimated before about this being on the 13th, and Scott Williams asked Barry Butel, says, "Are you superstitious?" Well, maybe a little. Says, "Well, it's supposed to be he's on the 13th, and it's going to be a 13 win streak and all that kind of stuff." Well, as it turns out, there's no need for that superstition, because we are now on a 13-game win streak. We are now 16-1 for the season. We have won 16 games. Again, so far, our only loss is to South Carolina. Awesome. I mean, I really don't like the slow starts. Please, guys, start. I told you, go watch Karate Kid or Cobra Kai, either one. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir. You have to have that mentality throughout the whole game. I would love a 100-point win against a WAC team. That would be my wish. I'll take a W any way I can, but a 100-point win would be nice. It just would. I think we have it in us. At least at home, we do. So, at any rate, now we need to talk about the game that's going to be for Thursday, January 18th. And for that, we will be playing Utah Valley. And not only are we playing Utah Valley on that day, they're coming to our house. but we have a theme that house for that night. It is groovy night. In fact, I'm gonna dress up a little bit more, but for now, peace, man. Peace. It's gonna be groovy. We're gonna groove into the wind. Yeah, far out. Okay? We'll do that for right now. I'll find a little shirt that kind of speaks of peace and love or something like that. See what we can do in that respect. But that's for the 18th. For now, if you like this video, don't forget to like this video, comment about the video, as well as share the video. Let other people know about this stuff. Put all kind of comments. Let me know what I missed. I know I kind of bounced around a lot. You know, maybe it's a hair thing. I don't know. Let me know what you think about my hair, by the way. I just got it done. Let me know if you like it. It feels great. I know that much. Let me know what you missed. Let me know if these slow starts actually invigorate you. Let me know if these slow starts make you think that the other team is going to win, because that can happen at any time. You know that. So yeah, whatever you think, comment about it, and check in the description below for a Paul Coro article, a highlight video, and if it is available, if I can find a full video of the game, I will put that in there too. I usually can find something like that from the Draftmatic, but it's not always a guarantee. My mistake from last week, by the way. But at any rate, yeah, looking at if I find anything else that really speaks to it, I will definitely put that in there. So look at that, and of course, please subscribe. I would love for you to subscribe. It might make my hair grow faster. You never know. I also think it might just make us win more games without these slow starts. You never know. Things of that nature. So there's that as well. Subscribe, and also smash that notification bell so that you'll always be alerted to when a new video is going to drop. So with all that being said, my name is Crystal. You've been watching me recap and recall and regale you all about this low-tastic game, and lips up.